MoodleRooms comes equipped with a lovely accessibility tool called Blackboard Ally, or Ally, I'm not sure of the pronunciation, that will, in essence, read all the documents that you upload into it. And it'll do one of two things. For the instructor, it will give a report about how they might correct any accessibility issues. And for the student, give them the opportunity to view or download that document in a range of different, more accessible formats. So let's go through that process together. If I go first into my MoodleRooms demo course and I scroll down, now I've already, prior to this recording, uploaded a series of documents. You'll see them here. I've got a PDF document, a Word document, an Excel document. You'll notice that across the PDF and Word document, there's kind of this little speed meter, which is color-coded. Red meaning that there are serious issues, orange meaning there are some issues, and then green if it's issue-free. I'm going to go through the process of uploading a new document now, and then I'll talk you through how you interpret the Ally reports. So I'm going to start with the document. This document includes some images, and I'm just simply going to drag and drop it up into MoodleRooms to upload that file. I'll pause the recording at the moment while that uploads and the Ally report runs. So that document's now up in MoodleRooms. You'll notice that my little speed test shows as orange, so there's clearly some issues here. And if I click on that icon, it will bring up the Ally report. You'll see that it's rated as being 50% accessible, and the reason that I've got some issues is stated below. This document contains images that are missing an alternative description. So for someone who is vision impaired, they really need a description of what the purpose of those images are. Now, this is geared to our teachers, and so first of all, they can get a description about what this means. And so this little interface will basically walk them through why this is important to accessibility and what purpose it serves. And equally, it also provides a description of how to rectify the issue. And I think this is really important. So it says, well, how do I go about adding an alternative description? And for most of us, it'd be doing that in Microsoft Office. So it goes through and basically gives us step by step of how we correct that issue. So let me try now to match its expectations here. I'm going to go back into Word momentarily. So what it suggested is that you right click, you choose Format Picture. Now I'm on a Mac, the layout might be slightly different, but the purpose is the same. And you go to the area where you can add an alternative text. So I'm going to do that. So I'll save that. I'll do that for all of the images in this document. So I'm now going to save this document and re-upload it and see whether that's rectified the errors that Ally had found. So I'm going to go back to MoodleRooms at this point, close this little descriptor down. There's an area where I can upload my corrected file, which I'm going to do, simply by dragging that in. So here I go. I've got an updated report. I'm now very much better. I'm up into the green, 91%, and it now is stating to me that there are tables that are missing headers, and so I can be taken through the instructions for how to set table headers, etc. But you get the idea that it basically, in an instructional sense, helps teachers to meet accessibility. So that's looking at it from the teacher's perspective. How about I now move over to the student perspective and show you what options a student now has. So I'm back in now as a student. I don't have the little speed meters anymore. That's an interface just for the teachers. But what I do have is this download option, which will allow me to download this file either as is in its original format or as an accessible version. And from here, the student can choose one of a whole range of different versions. So for instance, this is actually quite useful for people with accessibility issues. They can have it converted to a HTML version and just view it directly in the browser. So let me do that. Now, all of the visual layout has been stripped out of the document, but the important text components, particularly for someone who's vision impaired, are all available here, and the assistive technology that they have available to them can read the document. The other options that they have under the conversion process is to have it, for instance, output as an audio version, so it'll effectively read the page aloud to them. So I'll choose that option as well. Now you may not hear this through my audio very well, but basically it's now being read aloud to me. So that audio file contains not only the content on screen, but the descriptions of that content, including the accessibility items that I had added in Word. So all in all, that's a pretty impressive suite of tools just sort of baked in to MoodleRooms. There's more that it can do. I'd encourage you perhaps to go to the Blackboard Ally help site for a detailed tutorial. But importantly, I think what it does is it helps us to achieve our accessibility compliance features.